Hmm?
Don't know if I go.
No,
Hi. Hi.
Hey.
Hi, girl. I'm going to send you guys the link for the YouTube in a minute because I think I've just changed it because I'm dumb like that. Just waiting for Isha to join.
Gave everyone the wrong thing now.
Hmm?
Oh no, mute that. That's us hearing us. Hold on.
No, it was working because I clicked on it earlier.
No, but then I stopped it. So click on that same link again, please, and see if that one works. The one from before.
Then I'm coming out of this, yeah?
Out of what? No. Never mind, I'll do it. Don't try it. Isha's here, so we're about to go live. Hold on. We're about to start recording, I mean. Okay, what am I doing? So...
Hello.
Hey,
Wow.
Ish.
Your hair looks cute. Let me see.
Shame, that's hilarious.
Quarantine braids. I've got my new laptop thing, so I can close my. Do you know what I mean? The camera cover.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those on my iMac. Okay, excellent. So, Moni, I can't hear you. Okay, she's connecting to audio. Here we go. Ladies, we are live on YouTube. Here is the link. Let me get it out there to everyone. Still can't hear you.
You're muted.
Oh no, let me
Now
unmute her.
unmute the button.
I got her. I've just muted her back. Oops.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hear me?
Hey.
Yes.
Oh my. I
Right. Let anyone who's watching on YouTube mute your YouTube, please. Otherwise, it will come back as feedback.
I'm
And
not on YouTube.
okay. So I've just they'll see it, Sha. This is the link. Hold on.
I feel to get a snack while we're.
Well, I got my
You've
lolly.
literally got 30 seconds. And you were late anyway. Stop it.
7. I got in at 7 on the dot. What do you mean?
That's right.
it's 7:01.
Okay, and let me just quickly put this on Facebook.
Being on time is late.
Exactly.
I just had a 7-year-old try to work out how to do this. Yeah, I was sitting here. It's like, Mum, you know what you're doing? I was like, no, I don't.
I only learned the other
Why
day.
is the I'm just gonna tag you guys. You're gonna see why does my face have to look like this?
Oh,
Yeah,
hold on.
what?
Incoming.
I look like I'm
In my mind.
You know what? All the right angles. I feel like my head looks like a pea.
Let your hair down.
What hair? I'm natural, baby. I'm natural. That hair's not down there. It's in condition for the next 2 weeks.
Okay,
No,
here we go. Why is this one on the phone? And she's muted us too. Why can't we hear your conversation? We're about to start the show.
Get off the phone to Auntie Vivine. That's the only person that calls her.
Right, ladies.
Please, girl, boy, I heard that.
We're about to start the show. Can you not
stop?
stop hijacking my show, please? Thanks. Okay, so.
Charlene, you're making me feel for
Here we go.
Listen, I've got a whole bag.
You lot are singing over my thing.
When I see you flap your wing, and I know when it's
Is
time.
that the butterfly?
Butterfly, butterfly, pretty butterfly.
That is my goddaughter singing
Pretty butterfly.
our theme tune.
When I see you flap your wing, and I know when it's time for spring. Butterfly, butterfly, pretty butterfly.
Welcome to Honest Participants Only, the quarantine edition. Guys, I'm really excited to have you here today. Honestly, it's going to be so much fun. It's just fun. This isn't kind of, serious and getting into deep stuff. I'll be doing that all with you separately. But first, a disclaimer. Isha, your hair looks good. That wasn't the disclaimer. But first, the disclaimer, although this is the quarantine edition, which means that we are talking about being trapped in our houses because of coronavirus, we ain't getting into the whole coronavirus thing. There's too much going on about it out there. It's overwhelming. We're here to kind of lighten the mood and have fun and talk about how fat we're all going to be at the end of it. And so I've got some really good questions to ask you guys and anyone else who wants to get involved. I just wanted to get that out there because there's lots to be said. The coronavirus conversation is nowhere near even really begun. We're going to be doing this for months probably. So let's just do the fun stuff. We're not going to talk about anyone who has it. We're not going to talk about anyone passing from it because that's all very serious and we want to really respect that. Having said that, I'll ask you guys to introduce yourself. So top left on my screen is Charlene Clark. Tell us who you are and what you do and whatnot.
Okay, so hi, I'm Charlene. Right now I am a virtual teacher, which is driving me insane. I'm not gonna lie. I miss my classroom, I miss my kids. But yeah, that's who I am right now. A virtual teacher and a addict to all things food related right now.
Okay. Bottom left, I've got Moni. Who are you, girl?
Me, I'm a publican. I run a pub in Luton, in Lucy Farm, and I do events. So my industry is very social. So right now, I'm at home on quarantine, getting creative, making news stations with my daughter. Joined the bug club, which I didn't even realize I was part of. And you know, I don't like bugs, so it's not my thing. And trying to keep a summer body in these hard conditions because crisps in the house, biscuits are in the house. It's a problem.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute, and I will tell you why we even decided to go live with this was because of the conversation we had yesterday about that exact thing. And Chris are at the top of the no-go list, right? So Isha, who are you? Tell us about you.
So I'm Isha. Hi guys. I'm a family support worker, currently working from home. Yeah, I have a huge addiction to crisps. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I cannot stop eating crisps, and I'm starting to eat chocolate. I want to keen, not keen on chocolate, but I cannot stop eating. Like, I need help. I feel to get a snack now. Like, seriously, I'm like looking.
Listen, I came with my snacks. I don't know how long we're going to be on here for. I got my snack.
I'm here.
And I got my cup of tea.
I have to get a snack for real. I can't.
This is what I'm trying to do, yeah.
Oh,
they're healthy. Now we don't want healthy snacks here.
I'm actually trying. It's not working, but I'm trying.
Yeah, my body, the way my body is set up, I like healthy food. I don't mind it. In fact, it's great. But when you are trapped in the house, and the thing about me is I'm not a great eater in the sense that I don't eat loads and I don't tend to fill my house with food. So what ends up happening is because we have to have food in our house at the moment, my house now has food in it. If there's food in my house, I will eat it. And that's not because I want it. In fact, I would go a whole day without realizing that I hadn't eaten. It's more like, oh, I should eat. And then when I go into the kitchen, I'm like, oh, what's easy to make or what's easy to eat? And in 3 weeks time, I'm like, I should eat the stuff that's going to go off or that won't last, because the other stuff like rice and good stuff, that all lasts. So I should keep that for a time when I have no money and no access. So I eat all the rubbish in my kitchen. And then what do? It finishes. So I go back. I say, Isha, let's go to the petrol station and we buy snacks. It's ridiculous.
You just saying this to my friend, yeah? So I hadn't been out. I've literally been isolating. And when I say isolating, like I hadn't even gone for a walk. But like the week before, I kept going for a walk to the shop. And then I'd come back with Chris. Like, I don't need that. Like, you get what I mean? Like, I kept going to the shop just to get out.
I might just mute myself a minute while I open my next snack.
Quarantine snack. You know what I mean? Like, It's too much. I need help. I don't know how it's gonna stop. I don't like eating so much. I can feel it on my gut. Like,
well, today I got lollies because they last a bit longer
Not with me.
and it's not a whole packet of crisps, and they're mini ones. So this is what I'm trying.
Okay,
No
so
crisps.
your brain works differently to mine. The fact that they're mini means I can eat more, and they won't last longer because I crunch everything that goes in my mouth.
Well, they do
So-
because they take me an hour to open. So we're not even gonna have that one because I can't even.
Fair enough. So guys, generally, we're going to touch on the food more. How are you guys actually coping with the actual quarantine? The fact that you have to stay in your house, not go anywhere, not do anything. How is that for you, Moni?
Well, it was hard at first. Well, yeah, it was hard at first, but then I just thought I gotta stay in so I can go out. You know, like I've been grounded, as you know.
6 months when we were kids. 6 months.
Yeah. I had no TV. I was grounded. My mum
Yeah.
used to come in, see the TV on. We used to get licked for it. So I'm used to being on quarantine. I got privileges right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can go in my garden. I can grow in my own fridge. I don't have to ask permission and stuff. But being able to go in my own fridge, yeah, like how we said, is a problem. But yeah, it's fun. I'm getting quality time that I never got with my child.
Yeah.
So yeah, before it was because I work weekends, her free time and my free time never came together. But now it's fun because we've got the time, and she's more like me than I thought. She's quite funny, so I'm getting to know.
you're twin. I mean,
I mean, I hope you don't mind me saying, but you're the only one out of the 4 of us at the moment who has children. Are you finding it difficult to keep your grown child, your big man child, from going out?
As I have to, yeah. He's not that child in the first place. Well, firstly, from the quarantine started, he hasn't come home, so I haven't tried to keep him. He's at his friend's house here, living life because his friend's got a nice big house. Because he's doing his rugby team, he just got signed to an agent and stuff just before the quarantine, so he has to keep his fitness up. So yeah, he has to keep. So he's got to keep his fitness up and keep on top of his training. So he's gone to his friend's house because he knows here he's going to open the biscuits with us. Yeah, so he's got to stay focused.
Amazing.
can we go to this friend's house?
Yeah, I think we all should go there.
No.
I
It
wish we
sounds like there was no snacks at this friend's house. So no,
That's why we need to go.
intervention. That makes absolute sense. Isha, how are you coping with the quarantine?
Honestly, I actually really like it. I like my flat. I like being alone. Like, I don't know if I've admitted it out loud. I'm a bit weird. I don't know, but I actually really like it. I like not going to the office. I like my job. Don't get me wrong, and I'm still doing my job over the phone. But I'm liking this. No
I'm missing
commute,
my job.
on diesel. Life is great. Like, roll on more quarantine. I'm all for this to be longer, to be honest with you.
Oh,
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, see, this is it. So this side, I don't know if we're set up in the same way on your guys' screen, but I'm on the same side as Isha and you two on this side. So we're much more kind of introverts, homebodies, happy to do that kind of thing. You two are the extroverts on that side, in as much as you have social jobs, you go out there, you'll talk to anyone, you'll get involved. And so I assume Ash, sorry, I call her Ash because I know so many Charlene's, but are you struggling as well?
Yeah, but for different reasons. I'm not struggling in terms of I'm bad, not seeing my friends. I'm okay because we have FaceTime and whatever. I'm struggling with not teaching. I think that my life has become so kind of regimented. So like right now, I'm on Easter holidays, but my mind doesn't feel like I'm on Easter holidays because I didn't work out the whole term. So my body's used to 6 weeks half term, 7 weeks, 2 weeks off, 6 weeks, 1 week, 7 weeks. So it feels really strange. And although I'm still teaching virtually and I am going into school 1 day a week, I don't like it. I don't like not seeing my students, to be fair. I don't like not physically being able to teach them. This virtual thing is just not for me. And Yeah, I miss my classroom, man.
You've given me a really good segue into how the coronavirus has affected all of our industries and what we do. So for someone like Isha, who is a family support worker, her job doesn't stop actually. She can do it from home, and when she has to go out to visit, she's going to go out to visit. For you, Moni,
We've got more work to do.
Right.
Probably normally done because there's families in crisis and stuff. So it's been calling up places for. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my laptop thing comfortable. I've been finding places, food banks for people, parcel, things like that. So I've actually done stuff that I wouldn't have normally done anyway.
Right. Whereas for you, Charlene, even though you are remotely teaching and marking and having conversations with your kids, it's a completely different thing. Like you say, your structure's gone. And as for you, Moni, like your whole business,
everything
revolves around people, like engaging face to face. There is no virtual pub.
There's no virtual pub. There's no virtual funerals. Like, well, there is virtual funerals, but I can't decorate them. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's.
I've been virtual pub at home. I've been drinking a lot of wine.
I haven't. I don't even feel for alcohol. Like, I feel like I'm depressed. Like, I want to drink socially. Like,
yeah, that's true. I do miss a social drink.
So do you think that at the end of this, someone told me a fact yesterday, a really cool fact. I can't remember what the statistic was, but they said basically, apparently, alcohol sales with your shopping has gone up like 23% or something.
Yeah, of course it will. And this is the thing, like people that I am friends with that don't even drink like that are drinking. I'm a social drinker. And the other day, I think 3 nights in a row, I had a drink before bed. And I had to tell myself, hello, this is not you. Don't be going down the road. Choose a struggle, snacks or alcohol. And I said, you know what? I want the crisps. The alcohol can stay in the cupboard.
All right.
That's not who I am.
Let me ask you guys. Go on. No,
I think actually, because we have all this spare time now, you're trying to fill it with anything that makes you remember like those past times. So actually having a glass of wine makes you think, oh, I'm in a pub, I'm in the garden, the sun's out, I'm in the beer garden. And what
you're chasing a social feeling actually. Yeah.
And that's why.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys.
I don't drink wine.
Let me ask you guys.
It's since lockdown I've been drinking wine. Like I don't drink wine.
Let me ask you guys a more controversial question, right? I've got a more controversial question for you. Do you think, so everyone, we've all touched on, well, I haven't really touched on how it's affected me in terms of my business, but that's not important right now because my next question, I think, do you think, we've all touched on how it's affected our business, do you think the drug dealers are affected?
No, because my next door neighbour still doing his business. I still smell the weed coming out of his yard.
How have they affected? No, so
the weed man's still alive.
Remember, borders are closed. Transport is an issue.
Listen, you forget there's people growing it in their lofts, lads.
The weed man's still alive.
He's making his money.
Because you have to think about, we have to think about everyone. He's not going to get 80% back from the government. So
he's making sure there's people that normally get drug tested. They're not getting drug tested right now. They're smoking. Yeah.
He's making money. He's out of all of us, he's the one that will be fine.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. So
there's ways and means. Come on now. They're not stupid. What will happen is they'll start to make their own. The same way you had the scientist that made ketamine in his house. What will start to happen is we'll find that actually people will start to be making makeshift drugs. So we already have, those synthetic cannabises. What are they called now?
Purple haze and stuff.
No, purple haze is real. Yeah, spice.
So shows how much I know.
So like spice and stuff, you can buy that from. You can actually buy spice from your Indian corner shop, yeah, because it's not illegal. And what they do is they sell it as incense. So they say on the packet not to be smoked like a drug, and they say that you should burn it and it will make your house smell nice. But listen, it's a new thing that a lot of youngsters are smoking because it's cheaper than weed. It takes less time to make. So what will happen is people that are smoking like good cannabis and high grade won't get that, but now they'll start to smoke.
No way. Have you seen someone on Spice? They look like,
I'm telling you, they look great.
They do
They look like they're literally about to start munching the
Mon,
herb.
I think that you might be covering your mic at the bottom.
No, I just think it's a rubbish video.
Cool. Yeah, so you were saying that someone on Spice looks crazy.
Yeah, they look, it's not that they're crazy, but they're crazy to be taking it because that's not something to be messed around with. But if you actually go in and research like Spice and you see people on Spice, they do some amazing acrobatics. Like they're like be hovering an inch on the floor, and yeah, it's not nice. I wouldn't like anybody that I know or anybody. I wouldn't want it for anybody. It's not a drug you should mess around with. Avoid.
But that's what we're gonna find now. I honestly believe that because people won't be able to get to their weed man, or the weed man might get stopped down the road because of the police. People are gonna start makeshifting their own kind of drugs to get high. You know, liquid codeine and 7-Up. Isn't that the thing? That's what 50 Cent told me.
Oh, sorry, no. Continue, ignore me. I'll tell you why I'm laughing in a minute.
Isn't that the thing? What are the this is me showing my age. What are the rappers drink? Cough medicine and Sprite. No?
Syrup.
See it there? Have you never seen that? Have you not seen them in the videos? Listen, did you not watch Power?
No.
I know, I watched the first series and then everyone kept telling me about what happens in the next one, so I didn't bother.
But when you watch Power, 50, the guy who plays 50 Cent, 50 Cent is always drinking. It's like what? Yeah, see it there. He's always drinking it.
He's drinking what?
Syrup.
Syrup.
Why are you lot so up on this?
I teach drugs education.
I plead the fifth.
Because this has been recorded. Miss Family Worker.
I'm gonna say, Monica, you work in a pub, so you see people in your pub on Spice. I teach drugs. I teach drugs education at school, innit? So I need to be on the lookout. And you need to be able to tell your parents what their kids are doing, innit? That's why.
Well, I rely on my kids. My son told me about some kind of thing they put in drinks to make them high, and it's purple. It turns into drink purple.
Yeah, that's what what's my guy who just died? What's his name? Juice WRLD. Isn't that how he died? Yeah, Juice WRLD. The exact thing that he was taking. I think that's what he died from.
Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
I'm old, you know. I really
I don't even know who that is. So
okay,
but yeah, that's the thing.
I can't remember his name. Augustine, something. Someone. He also was addicted to
August Arsena.
Thank you. He was also addicted to syrups and drugs.
Yes, and so was the guy. Never mind, we're too old for
that drug. I haven't seen it. I've seen like the results of it. Like, you know, when I pick up glasses in a pub and stuff, I can see purple drink. I know I don't sell no purple drink, so I'm like, what is this? Because it kind of looks like a disinfectant kind of color. It's not normal. It's that kind of purple. That kind of purple. It's a bright purple.
Yeah, it is. It's the exact same thing. And Juice WRLD, when he was coming up, because he was only 21 and he died. You know the guy who sings "Hate Me, Hate Me." No. You do. He's that girl gets it. Anyway. Basically.
Dreams in my head or something.
Yeah. Lucid dreams.
That's it. Yes.
I would play it. The problem is we're going live on YouTube and YouTube will block me. So I would play it for you. But yeah, right now I just seem crazy. I seem like I'm on Spice. But yeah, guys, give a big shout out to Morty Miracles who was watching. He said, we seem to know plenty good background research.
See it there? That's why.
Do what you got to do. Absolutely. So let me talk to you guys about some of the memes that we've been seeing over the course of this quarantine. Some of them have me dead. Okay.
Dead up. For real.
So I've got some of the more kind of soft ones because I didn't want to dive straight in the deep end with stuff. But I'm going to share my
Something I'm not
screen.
going to have a clue about either. So I'm that person that always sends wrong memes for everything.
This is basically what Ash said to me earlier. But yeah, so why is it sharing that screen? I don't want it to share that screen. I want it to share this screen. It would be good if I knew what I was doing, huh? Right. Safari. I actually know what I'm doing, guys. I promise. Oh, here we are. No. So can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Trust me. I'm not going outside.
Nah.
So it says
not.
when they finally open outside again, I'm gonna stay home for a little bit, let the first batch of air hit y'all and see what happens just to make sure the coast is clear.
I'm not going outside for another 2 weeks. Yeah.
Because it can't just disappear, sir.
Trust
I'm
me.
not going outside. And if I do, I'll probably go to the shop. It's not
Facts.
accessible.
We'll go Wagamama's first.
Yeah.
Okay, this one. I can't wait to hear. Can I start you guys off with some
Oi.
surprises?
Yes.
Where is the first place you guys are gonna eat when it's lifted?
Wagamama's.
Uncle Mo should be cooking some food. I've been seeing that anyway, no?
Yeah, Monica, coming up, you need to give the people, you need to tell the people how they can get in touch in the area because he's doing really great work out here for the NHS staff and first responders. So we'll come to that. How about this? This one I thought was hilarious. Pastors are also waiting for COVID-19 to disappear so that they continue healing the sick.
I mean, I think that's a little bit out of order.
It is. That's why it's so funny. It's so good. No?
Yeah, I love it.
Wow, they can't heal the sick if like there's an incurable. Anyway, let me stop. This one. I'm
that
so
one had
bored.
busting up.
Yes, I'm so bored. I've been trying to get these two to tell me Bible stories for the past hour.
If you
Oh my
know,
God, I don't get it.
Veggie Tales.
come
You know,
on.
Oh. You know what it is? I never watched VeggieTales.
Shame on you, Charlene.
Exactly.
I
What were you
never
watching?
watched VeggieTales. No.
Shame on you. I'm giving
This
you a
one.
bunch of slack.
This isn't even a meme. It's just a.
Ridiculous.
People so stupid
I
out
knew it was
here.
coming. I knew this was coming.
Yeah, it was.
Stupid.
Listen, I'm expecting in 15 years' time to have my classroom filled with Roners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quarantiners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And the thing is, you know what? No disrespect meant to anyone who watches this later or who is listening to us at some point. Bruh, I knew it would be the brown people. Why? I'm including us in the brown people. I knew it would be us.
Yeah, but we normally twist up the name a little bit though. They just went straight with Corona COVID. You can't even make it.
No, I saw another one. I saw another one with twins, and instead of the C, they both were spelt with a K.
See it there? That's what we do.
This one is for, how do you feel about this one, Mon? All those grandparents who are missing their grandkids right now, once this is over, you can have them for a month. Sincerely, a tired mum.
Yeah, I agree.
And
can't wait.
finally, every
can't wait.
time I feel a tickle in my throat. Is that you, Rona?
Trust me. I cough. Every time I cough, I'm like, not today, Rona. Rona, you better just stay away.
That's so good.
I'll be speaking to Rona on a regular basis. We got a deal. Yeah.
Can
You
you tell
don't
everyone
come
what you
here?
actually call coronavirus?
Haven't you not sneezed or coughed in public yet? Or have you been choking yourself to not sneeze or cough?
No,
Nah,
I've been doing that for the longest.
Now, some man coughed, yeah, and he genuinely covered his mouth, done all the thing. And I all looked at him, I was like, it's not his fault. Like, I was so rude.
If you want to clear the line, if you want to clear the line, start coughing. People turn around and they push their
The other
away
day,
from you.
I was on my one day exercise, with my boyfriend, and he's got hay fever really bad, and he sneezed, And then as we walked around the corner, there was this couple and they stopped, they were frozen and they didn't move. I was like, why are they acting like that? Then I remembered, oh, he really did just pop a Hatsu. And they genuinely looked frightened that they
But what
didn't know
you
what
lot
was.
don't understand is I've been this person all
Yeah,
along.
you're
You
real.
could not cough or
Don't
sneeze
come
near
in-
me without.
and don't
Bruh,
come near me.
if someone
Yeah.
gets too close to me in a line, I will like, so if we're all facing this way, right? The person in front of me is going this way, the person behind me, we're all facing this way. If someone is right behind me this close, I turn around, so I'm facing you. Now you know how close you are actually to me. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
don't.
I'm loving all of this hygiene, cleaning, move away from me.
Absolutely.
I'm loving this life. I'm sorry that, you know, not to be deep, people's lost their lives and whatever, but this is the way forward in life. Like, I'm loving it. Personally, loving it.
Clean.
Just remove yourself from me. Don't
I just say breathe. Like, okay, we all know we should wash our hands. Well, we know we should wash our hands. We know that we should wash our hands. We know that we should like take off your shoes when you come inside the house, not wear your clothes in bed, and all these things that they're telling us now. They've even gone back on themselves. You know, at one point
Wash
they were saying,
chicken.
wash your chicken. Yeah. Now they've started telling you wash your chicken. Well, we've been telling you that for a long time.
Wow.
Right.
To the
Listen,
point where there was
Dettol in my
research.
bath.
To the point where there was research where they said no, it's bad to wash your chicken. Now there's research saying
They took stars off of Dad's thing because we had 5-star. They took stars off because we washed our chicken. They took it down from a 5 to a 3.
Oh, really?
We washed
That's
our chicken and
bad.
Dad refuses not to wash the chicken. But now they put it back up, obviously. You know, but after Dad proved that we have a chicken, we have a sink that we wash it in separately and all of these things. Yeah, now we had to prove those things, obviously. But they were still telling us we shouldn't wash our chicken. It's not how the things are done. And Dad said there's no way he's cooking chicken that's not washed.
do you know what? Back in the day, I used to get teased a lot because I am that kind of clean girl and OCD to an extent, right? And I used to get teased a lot for it. And it's funny because now, sorry, Mon, you'll understand what that look was.
Spider.
I thought I saw something. I was like,
Is that
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for you to just jump off the screen.
yeah, listen, I have raid in. No, I shouldn't say that because some people don't like it. But I am prepared for these. These things don't get me anymore. They don't affect me. But yeah, I used to get teased all the time about how clean I would be or whatever. People now be coming in, they're washing this, doing that. I'm like, welcome to my world. Like,
Listen, I've been bathing in Dettol since the beginning of time.
Can I just say to you, and I've said this to you before, that is not what's meant. You're not meant to use Dettol internally, but Black people have been doing it since the dawn of time.
Yes, I buy. You see the big bottle from Costco? Yeah, the bit that lasts me 1 month.
Other stores are available.
I mean,
Other brands, yeah.
listen, I'll put it on my loofah when I'm showering. I put 2 caps. Oh, I'm throwing my lolly. I put 2 caps in my bath. I swear, my mum puts it in the washing machine. Yeah. Listen.
My problem with that, though, my problem is, and I will add a caveat to what you're saying, is that people still need to be clean. So, for instance, they will think, oh, the Dettol will save me. Oh, the lemon and ginger will save me. No, it boosts your immune system and whatnot. And the fact is, this is why all of the shops became empty with hand sanitizer, because people were like, oh, now let me sanitize. Bruh, you still need to wash your hands. Sanitizer is for when you cannot wash your hands in a situation. And even then, you still wash your hands. Like, I think people are still getting it wrong. And what's going to happen is...
Before this, say if I went out, like my friends used to be like, "You okay?" I'd come in and I'd wash my hands because I could feel the dirt on my hands, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now they're like, "Ish, I get it now." I'm like, exactly, you can feel the dirt or the...
Yeah. So
and especially, it's for those of you are church girls. You see, on the Sabbath when you get back from church, the first thing I would do is Dettol my hands and my face, because people love a kiss me, yeah, and love a shake my hand. As soon as I get in.
I was talking to my cousins last week about this whole thing, and they were saying, they were laughing because they were saying, actually, Shay, again, from we were little, you taught us how to press. So when we're going to press for a lift, knuckle. When we're holding on the train, like this, because I used to suck my thumb, and my thing is always that if I'm going to eat a packet of crisp or I'm going to suck my thumb, I don't want to have been holding on to the train. So I always hold on. Even now it's a habit, and it became a habit for them, even though they didn't necessarily understand the rhetoric behind it or why. And it's so funny because now they're like, we just do it naturally anyway. But yeah, what I was saying before is I don't want people to assume that the small measures are going to be enough, because fundamentally, if people don't understand how things are spread, and again, not just corona, just anything, how dirt is spread and whatever, we are going to end up
Hold
in
up a minute.
situations.
I'm coming back. I can just hear a noise. I feel like there's a duppy in my house.
Can you take it?
Hold up.
There's a duppy. There might be a duppy in her house.
Isn't it? If her phone just goes dead, or we just see her being flung across the room.
Gonna come back from the
Nah,
stairs and bark.
it's all good, it's all good. I don't know, but I can really hear footsteps. It must be my neighbours doing things next door because...
You just wanted
Lucky
to go and
them.
get another snack, didn't you?
Huh?
You just wanted to go and get another snack.
No. No,
All
no
right.
snacks.
On Monica.
Oh, it's the same thing.
All right, ladies, so tell me this.
One at a time, it makes it last longer.
So tell me this. We've spoken about how the quarantine, the lockdown has affected you in life and your business and what you do. We've spoken about, we've done a meme review, and we've spoken about snacks and eating and the fact that actually most of us are going to come out of this. Well, kind of, we've spoken about the snacks. Tell me what you're doing to make sure that you don't come out the other side, whether it's a week or a year, looking like...
Eating.
Question, please.
Beans.
You know what, this is my new trick. A cup of tea. Every time I'm hungry, I'll make myself a cup of tea. And by the time I drink the tea, wait for the tea to cool, drink it, I can't bother to get up again.
Doesn't work for me.
So,
But
that's
the thing
what I've
is,
been doing.
you have a house, I have a flat. I would give you a tour, but I can't bother to get up. My bedroom is here, let's just say, and then my kitchen is here, let's just say. It's not far. So for me, that wouldn't work. Like, it will take me 2 seconds. It's a small flat. Do you know what I mean?
You pulled that off.
It's last night. So guys, just so you're fully aware, last night the three of us were having a conversation, and we were mentioning the fact that when we're told, you know, when you have to go into the hospital or you've got to have a fasting blood test, and they say don't eat after 12, you can be eating all day right up until 11:59. You'll be fine. The minute 12 o'clock comes, if you're like me, you're suddenly starving. You need to eat every day, and you're not allowed. I feel like that's what's happening right now in my life, that I'm not allowed to eat stuff, and so I want it, or I need to make it last because of I can only go out to get essentials and blah blah blah, and so I want to eat it all.
But that's the point. My thing is that because I personally, I wouldn't normally have so many crisps. I'm not gonna lie. I might have a pack and it would last me. I'll make sure it lasts. But because I know that I can walk to the shop for some freedom, I'm gonna eat every single pack and walk to the shop tomorrow. Like, I need help, please.
And I think the thing is, it's because we're not occupied. So I obviously can't eat from 8:30 till 11:30 because I'm standing in front of my students. So at least that's a couple of hours where I physically can't eat. Then I've got a 20-minute break. In that time, I need to weed, mark papers for the next lesson, prepare my lesson. So I use that 20 minutes very wisely. Then I've got another 2 hours where I definitely can't eat because I'm teaching again. So that's at least 4 hours of the day that I'm not eating. I get up, I eat. I send an email, I eat again. I plan a lesson. I'm eating while I'm planning the lesson. I'm marking. I'm eating while I'm planning, marking. Like
that.
it's
I feel like I went through that phase.
Say again.
I feel like I went through that phase. I feel like I was binge eating for the first 2 weeks, and now I've looked at myself. Well, I didn't look at myself. I put a pair of jeans on and they were slightly tighter than they were like a week ago. I was like, okay, Monica, you need to slow down on this situation. So I've gone to start eating a whole pack of these things. So I'm sure if I look into it, the calories, okay, how many grams are in this? Okay. Oh, that's not bad actually. It's got 335 calories for the whole thing, and I've eaten it
Okay.
over 2 days. So yeah.
That's not bad.
That's good.
No, it's just that they don't taste great. That's what it is. If it tasted as good as a biscuit, because I opened a pack of biscuits. Yes, Leo. I opened a pack of biscuits, and I had the intention to have 3. Yeah, because I knew that I can't really have 2. 2's ridiculous. And then I ended up leaving 3 in the packet. Like these
I
days,
mean,
have
I
to
don't
end.
normally leave 3. What's the point? You might as well keep going. That's what I say. Like, 3's not enough for tomorrow.
I've been opening different packets, so I'd have like 4 custard creams, 4 cookies. Oh look, I've got shortbread. Let me have a shortbread. I don't eat these things, and I need help. Like seriously, what the hell? Oh,
I'm like,
oh,
see, like this. Like,
Do you know what? If
What is-
you think that you can help Isha with her quarantine snack habits, please get in touch. Just get in touch via our YouTube channel, the Dream Days Experience, no, the Dream Days Network on YouTube, and please at her, let her know how you can help.
Begging.
I want to give you
I've got
guys.
fruit, and all I've eaten out of my fruit is my apples. I've got pineapple, and these things is what I would normally eat at work. I'd munch on my pineapple, my grapes, apple, orange.
I can't lie, I've got the fruit as well. I eat that too.
No.
Oh no, I don't. I haven't even eaten my fruit.
And do you know what? The thing is, I'm making it sound.
The other day.
I'm
Now
making
my
it sound
mangoes
really
have gone
bad.
off.
Guys,
My
I'm making
mangoes-
it sound
my
really
mangoes
bad.
are rotten. All my fruit has gone off. My bananas have gone off. But the crisp is gone. The Diet Coke is gone. The biscuits is gone. The chocolate covered peanuts is gone. The cashews is gone.
It's comfort food. And do you know what else? Do you know what else? So I'm making it sound really bad. I'll be honest. I literally eat 1 meal a day, and it's because my desire is to eat everything. But my kitchen's still full. However, what I will say is that it is another thing that I heard and I understood is that actually all of this. So you're speaking about your structure being gone, and Isha speaking about needing help and just being drawn to the kitchen, and Moni speaking about trying to eat healthy and doing all of this stuff. Actually, all of this and the way we're feeling and everything is as a result of PTSD, because every single day we're getting all of this information into our heads that's going, okay, this has changed, and this is a new normal, and who knows when it will happen and change. And so we're going, oh, it's a lot to take in. I got to figure this out. My body needs energy to cope with. To cope with, yeah, and we'll sit and we'll eat as we watch, or we'll sit and we'll eat as we talk. Or one thing I know that I do a lot more at the moment, and it won't last because I've got a lot of creative work to get on with, but what I spent the last 3 weeks doing is spending so much time on social media. Guess what people do on social media? Post pictures of their food. So then I'm suddenly hungry.
Although, to be honest, what is annoying me at the minute on social media, everyone be posting home workouts. Listen, Ellen, I don't need to see you doing your sit-ups, thanks, as I'm eating my packet of crisps. It doesn't help me.
Them videos are annoying me. Like, go away.
Like, yo, I'm glad you've done your 100 squats for the day. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to put double cream on my apple pie.
Guys, I'm going to give you a tip. Isha, you asked for help. I'm going to share with you an exercise video. I'm not playing the whole thing. I'm going to play a couple of minutes that I used to do with my mum when I was a kid. And my cousin Charlene also used to do it with her mum. We love it to death. It's very old. Somebody did it and put it on YouTube. It's the best. I will add the link to our YouTube channel. And guys, you won't regret it. So let me share this with you just now. Hold on a moment.
Not all exercises are suitable for everyone, and this or any other exercise program may result in injury. To reduce the risk of injury in your case, consult your doctor before beginning this exercise program. The instructions and advice presented are in no way intended as a substitute for medical counseling.
Oh, she's still giving disclaimers, okay. Oh Lord, hold on. Let's skip ahead.
Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
Jane Fonda workout?
This particular one with the song. There's so much more to you than meets the eye.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, guys, you doing it?
Just gonna roll my hand to the
One.
And back, two to the left, and forward. Now reverse it to the left. Don't hunch your shoulders, and back, to the right, and down. Now shoulders up,
And back.
two, and back.
my man in the red blue.
Yeah, wait until you see him.
Go on, go on.
Up and back, pull up all in the head.
That's enough.
Time, the shoulders, double time, up, 2, 3.
So is there a reason I'm doing this on my own?
I mean, I've done my workout for today.
You lot are an absolute nightmare. I just suggest that you guys go and get Jane Fonda and she will invigorate you.
No,
I mean, it's
I
definite.
suggest you go on Instagram. I don't know her, so it's no there's no game for me in this year. Brittany Babe. And her
Brittany
housework.
I don't want to watch no more home workouts. They're getting on my nerves.
Is she already slim and trim?
That's what my daughter's gonna do.
I've been doing my short T25 anyway. So 25 minutes.
Oh no.
I can,
For someone who
I can't
go
manage.
to the gym and jog and do some sort of exercise at least 4 times a week, I've done nothing in the last 2 weeks. And I mean, other than walk to the shop to get snacks, nothing.
So guys, we should probably start to wrap this up because we've been live for a while and I really, it's been an enjoyable conversation. I want to do this once a week. But in terms of going forward and coping and how you're feeling, Isha, I know how you feel. I know you're asking for help. You're reaching out there. And if someone doesn't help you, this conversation will continue to be your reality. But what advice would you give to anyone? What is the one thing that you have found has made this period so far, the last 3 weeks, easier for you? So I'm going to ask you all different questions, but for you, Isha, what was the one thing that's perhaps made it easier for you?
What do you mean? I'm confused.
Like, are you streaming certain movies? Like, or is there a friend who you speak to all the time? Or is it just your mindset? Like, what is the thing that's keeping you kind of just grounded?
Because I really like it. I'm loving quarantine life. Like, I keep telling you, other than the snack thing, which I obviously keep going on about and I need help, I'm game for quarantine for as long as we need. Like, it's needed. I think as well, like, I'm a bit earthy right now, and I'm all for the planet, and maybe the planet just does need a break. Like, so much pollution in the air and all of this. Like, I'm down for that. So yeah.
Cool. Moni, what would you tell anyone who is an extrovert, who has been outside?
The word extrovert.
No. What would you tell someone who's an extrovert who has been inside for the last 3 weeks and is getting to the stage where they're going to start breaking that?
Can we just say they're people's people? Anyone
Sorry?
that's like anyone that's a people's person. We call it
Yes.
people's person.
No, but they're
Not
stuck in the house. Sorry, they're stuck in the house and they are getting to the stage where they can't do this anymore. What would you say to them?
Find something you love. Find something that interests you, whether it's reading, something creative. There's lots of, like, the Open University have got like a free online course and stuff. Try and find something that interests you. It might be the smallest thing. You might want to upcycle something in your house. If you've got children, try and find what they love, because sometimes getting yourself caught up in the children makes the time go faster. Like, just whatever you're doing, do it with a little bit of passion and be grateful that you're not in hospital gasping for air, and hopefully your family's well, and if they're not well, hopefully you're well enough to be able to enjoy tomorrow as another day, because tomorrow's not promised for none of us.
Exactly. And Ash, what would you say people really need to be focusing on in terms of their food and eating habits and tips and tricks for being at home during this time?
Be easy on yourself, man. I think as much as we're moaning that we're out here and we're eating, do you know what? when this is over, the gyms will be back open. If you want to eat that packet of crisps, eat that packet of crisps, everything in balance. I think I've spent way too long like beating myself up because I've eaten and then I didn't exercise. You know, what I do is, so like today, the only 2 snacks, the 2 lollies I had there, I did some exercise. Tomorrow, I might not exercise and I might eat 5 lollies. You know what it is, what it is. You know, the next day you just set yourself a goal. Okay, I might not work out hard, but I'm going to go for a walk. You know, move your body at some point in the day and be kind, man. If you want to eat the 10 packet, eat the 10 packet. Tomorrow they'll be gone. So
if you go for a walk, don't bring your purse or your phone so you don't end up at the shop.
yeah, well, this is it. Like,
oh God. No, I'm taking your advice on. I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
You need to hear that, but that was me. Thank you, sis. I needed that.
I got you, Lou.
For me, I would say to everyone that, and as a creative, I've always got my mind, my fingers, everything in loads of different pies. I'm constantly doing a new project or trying to make something happen or do whatever. And so this time has been really weird for me because it's kind of what I do anyway in terms of work from home and trying to get stuff done. But also because the world is topsy-turvy, it's a little bit topsy-turvy for me as well. So my structure has gone as well. But what I would say is, don't feel, and this is around coming out of this having done all of this stuff because we now have all the time to do the things that we said we were going to do. Don't put the pressure on yourself to come out having become a new person or having achieved all of these things. As humans, the world goes so fast anyway, and sometimes we just need a break. We need a break, like Moni, you said earlier, to actually reconnect with my kid in a way that I couldn't do before because I didn't have the time. Isha, to kind of I don't know, to do what you do. Like as for you to, just find a different way. You said you were going to do your living room. So those things, the things that you want to do, the things that you love doing, the things that actually matter. And if we don't achieve them, if you don't do your living room, if you and Leah actually just spend all your time watching TV, Isha, if you spend all of your time kind of walking to the shop and not getting around to your exercise or doing it as and when you want, all of that is okay as well. And it doesn't mean, it's what you said, Ash, is perfect in the sense that it's all about balance. It doesn't mean that we shouldn't exercise or we shouldn't do better or we shouldn't utilize our time well. But actually, if we're not utilizing all our time in a way that somebody else might judge us for, that's okay. It's all about us. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on Quarantine Diaries.
No worries. Can I just say, I think the next one you should do with Mandem, how they coping without the galleys them.
100%. That is next week's episode.
Or the Mandem that are living with the galleys that they never signed up for.
Okay, that one I may leave for, because I'm getting more involved in that one. I might even ask him to host it on this channel because I think that is great. So kind of this kind of thing, but about, that would be great.
Because the thing is, so obviously I don't actually live with my boyfriend and I'm being really naughty in the quarantine. I'm spending like 4 days at his and some days at mine.
Breaking the rules.
I am, because you know why? Because I don't want to come out. I don't want to come out if he's crazy. Like, I'm being... I'm being sensible with
First of all, Ash, it serves you right, running your gums.
What I'm saying is, I know that he is like,
no, we had this conversation. Don't even try and justify it. Just be like, yeah, I am. Because actually, everyone's got an excuse. Everyone's got a reason.
I ain't justifying it. I'm doing it because I don't want to go crazy. And you know what?
And that's you, and that's your business, but you should be staying your backside at home. Okay.
No. But what I'm saying is, you should definitely interview guys who hadn't signed up necessarily to living with their girlfriends, but now find themselves. Because I know he's like, on one hand, he's loving it because he's getting 3 cooked meals a day. On the other hand, he ain't loving it because I'm like, right, yeah, Ben, do this. Like,
so next Monday at 7, please let Ricky know that this is absolutely something he needs to jump on. So we've already got 2 people. I don't care if Morty's going to be busy, but he is jumping on next week. That would be great. If you, Monica, do you have male counterparts, someone who can come on and give us their opinion. It doesn't have to be a partner, it doesn't have to be a family member, it just anyone who you know would enjoy this conversation about how it's been for them. Honest participants only.
Nods. If Nods is
He
up
would
for
do
it.
it. He so would do it. He 100,000,000% would not do it. And the thing is, he would be brilliant. So good. But he would do it.
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah, do it. Do it. I
Yeah.
listen, if you get that, I will give you a prize. 100%.
Normal.
You've heard it here. Brilliant.
Nods or more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Isha,
I
anyone
think
you want to
it'll be
nominate?
jokes. I don't even know how I'm gonna get. I'm gonna have to blackmail Vicky. I'll just say I won't cook for the rest of the quarantine.
Tell him that he's not getting any more sticky chicken.
Oh yeah. He'll be more bothered about that than my cooking, to be fair.
All right.
I
Well,
will.
thank you,
I'll
ladies.
tell him what Karen said.
Can I just say, guys, that this is literally a normal conversation with me and Ash. I say bye 4 times. She starts a new conversation 4 times. This is normal. I have really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being part of. Hold on.
I'm actually hungry now, so I'm gonna get some food.
Okay.
No, put the kettle on. Isha, have a ginger tea.
Hold on. Can you not at least let me play my outro, please?
I need milk, so I have to go shop.
No, have herbal tea.
Butterfly, pretty butterfly. When I see you flap your wing, and I know when it's time for spring. Butterfly, butterfly, pretty butterfly.
That has been an episode of Honest Participants Only. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, stop the recording. Thank you so much. You're absolute idiots. That was really good, actually. That went really well. Considering we were just talking about anything, I will send you all the link, the link for the live. So if you want to share it with people, and I think I'm going to do this every Monday evening. So if you want to jump on another one, I'll give you topics and stuff, and you can jump on whichever ones you want to jump on. And remember, 100 people can be in this
time to try and do my hair or whatever, yeah, because I've come on here looking like a pea head, and then I see that you don't put it out to YouTube. I was like, oh my God.
What did you think was going to happen?
I didn't understand the concept.
Yo, are you still live?
No, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we are. Hold on.
My wash